everybody, my name's Pat, and this is DVMTG. I know you all like box opening videos, so I thought while I ranted and rambled about what happened this past weekend in the Magic the Gathering community, you can watch me open this mystery box from Walmart. I bought it for $24.99. It contains 6 booster packs, 5 of which are currently in standard, one of which is a mystery booster. Mine turned out to be... So, this past weekend was Pro Tour Amonkhet, and it was so much fun to watch and so amazing. First of all, I need to say congratulations to Jerry Thompson for winning his first Pro Tour ever. He's top 8 at it before, has not come out on top until this weekend when he completely dominated with Mono Black Zombies. And he's one of my favorite pro players to watch. The match with him against Watanabe, who was on Teamer Aetherworks, was absolutely so much fun to watch. I loved it. And it was great not seeing decks try to race who can get out Saheeli Rai first. So as for the rest of the Pro Tour, there were a lot of decks that I don't think anybody expected. A lot of decks that came out of the woodworks now that the Felidar Guardian is banned, and that is something that I think is helping Standard to heal and helping Standard to get better. We saw various builds of Aetherworks Marvel decks. There were Sultai builds, there were Teamer builds, there were Teamer heavy spell builds, some that ran Chandra Flamecaller, which is super cool because she's an incredible planeswalker. There were new perspectives decks that were comboing off with Shadow of the Grave. They even saw some camera time. And yes, there were some Mardu vehicle decks, but not many. And it turns out that with this Pro Tour, they actually had over 40,000 viewers, which is fantastic to hear about. It was so much fun watching so many decks that we haven't had a chance to see in a long time battle against each other. Standard is healing, and this Pro Tour showed us that it is. And I'm hoping that over the next weekend and the upcoming events, we can see this begin to diversify and standard maybe can expand. This weekend we have Star City Games Open in Louisville, Kentucky. We have a Grand Prix in Montreal, and we have a Grand Prix in Santiago. All 3 of those events are standard, and I'm hoping to see some really cool things this weekend, such as Blue-White Control that runs Approach to the Second Sun. So the goal is to just sling a bunch of counter spells and board wipes until you can cast two copies of Approach to the Second Sun and win. There's blue-red control decks that are out there. There's the New Perspectives combo deck, and of course some of the ones that we already saw over Pro Tour. I love to watch Mono Black Zombies. The black-white version of Zombies is great. Some of the decks happen to run Dusk to Dawn, which I think is super secret tech. It's awesome. And so that's something to keep an eye out for. Coming up, there are some financial things that I think we need to consider. It turns out that Commander 2016 is officially out of print. I haven't heard the official word. I don't have a distributor, but that's what everybody else is saying. If you listen to all the other videos online, they're saying Commander 2016 is done. Nobody can order it. There's no more left. And so slowly you're seeing an increase in the prices of the cards that were printed exclusively in that set. 2 of which that stand out to me right now are Conqueror's Flail and Duelist Heritage, both of which have been seeing a consistent, steady growth. Conqueror's Flail has gone from $2 to over $6 this morning. Duelist Heritage is starting to see the same thing. In Modern, not much is happening. We're still continuing to see a Living End rise. There's a bit of a rise in the Vizier of Remedies foils because the new green-white, whatever color you want to splash, Vizier deck that runs the infinite combos is seeing more play. It's 5-0'd a couple of daily leagues. In Standard, we had the Zombies jump this weekend. Zombie decks started so cheap. You could pick them up for almost nothing, and now they're incredibly pricey. Crypt Breaker jumped an amount of prices. Diagraph Colossus is almost a $10 card. It's absolutely ridiculous. Dark Salvation, which was bulk, 25-cent bulk, is now $253. But there's still some good things to look out for with Standard. Always a good pickup, I believe, is Bantu the Glorified. He's played in some of the green-black decks. He saw a little bit of play this weekend at the Pro Tour with the green-black energy, and I'm hoping to see him play with some more play. He would be a great pickup. You can get him for less than $4. And Walking Ballista is always a great one because it's been played in every deck as a 2 to 4 of, often a 3 of, and it's always out there. It's able to take care of creatures, it's able to deal direct damage, and it's just an overwhelming card. My pick of the week right now is Opalescence. It is a reserved card, or a reserved list card, which means it's not going to see a reprint. It happens to be a casual all-star, and it does see some play in Commander, as well as a legacy deck built almost specifically around it. You can pick them up at $450 to $550 right now, and that's a great long-term hold. Maybe soon we'll see it on the rise. So keep an eye out for that. It's always a great pickup. If you need to justify shipping for something you buy, throw in 1 or 2 of those, and you'll be good to go. So that's it for today, guys. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button or the like button. Share it on Facebook. Tell your friends all about it. You can reach me on Twitter at DVPlayMTG, and I'll be back later for another video. Thanks.